everybody to Crazy Fangirl Shime. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I'm going to be reacting to Aquaman trailer 2. I'm very excited. Again, like I spoke in my last video from the Dark Phoenix, decided to film this week because last week I had lots of assignments. So finally I'm able to watch this. I did see a few like pictures and stuff on Tumblr because I couldn't avoid it, and I'm okay with spoilers because it's a trailer. I'm going to see it eventually. So let's just jump straight into it because I'm very excited to see this. As you guys know, I've had my doubts about like the DC movies and stuff, but hopefully this is good. So let's get into it. That was cool. I love snow globes.
Different worlds. And I was a product of the love that never should have been.
Aww.
Could unite our worlds one day.
A son of the land and a son of the seas. My mother always knew you were special.
I love Jason Momoa.
Deeper. You are the bridge between land and sea. Take your rightful place as king.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, this is the part I didn't understand in the last trailer with the desert stuff.
Now.
Close to what? Dying of thirst? No way Atlantis were this far inland. Check this place out. This is badass!
It's real. Nothing.
Of course it's not working. It's been sitting here collecting dust since before the Sahara was a desert.
Before the Sahara was a desert. Let's just say you do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all. Right, now hold still.
Hey, what are you doing?
We need water. You're the closest source.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's cool.
Show off. I could have just peed on it.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
In this trident resides the power of Atlantis.
Oh, it looks amazing.
If you seek my power, journey beyond the edge of the world to the hidden sea.
The hidden sea.
In the wrong hands, it would bring destruction. But in the hands of the true heir, it would unite all our kingdoms, above and below. Hey, wait!
What?
Should we have written it down first?
I memorized it. Didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Cool.
What did you just say?
Something, something, trident. The beast has awakened.
Oh, that looks
Time
cool.
has come for Atlantis to rise again. Who the hell are you?
They showed quite a lot in this trailer.
unless you help us.
Oh. Oh no, does she die?
I'm no leader. I'm not a king.
Oh, that was really cool.
Now I need something more.
But what could be greater than a king?
A hero.
Oh my god, that was really, really good. That was a really long, oh, that was 5 minutes, Jesus Christ. Oh, that was so long. Okay, I just need to think for a second. I have mixed feelings about this trailer. I'm not sure why. I don't know, just that fighting scene just looked a bit eh. I don't know, I think it might have been because of the costumes that the enemies were wearing, I think, that put me off. I think because it just reminded me a lot of Power Rangers. Kind of like when the first trailer for Justice League came out, along with the first pictures during that time, they said that Mera's costume looked like something from Power Rangers, and I definitely have to agree. Not her costume, but more that the guys as the enemies, they definitely look like Power Rangers, like the Power Ranger enemies that you'd see. I think that was a bit Black Manta was really, really cool. I love his character in the cartoons and stuff, so I'm very excited to see him in the film. I'm very excited to see that. Everything about Atlantis I'm very excited about. Nicole Kidman looks so beautiful. Can't wait to see her in action. I hope she doesn't die early on in the film, because I really want to see her like in action along with the rest of the film. I don't know, I have a little bit of mixed feelings. Overall, I'm very excited, but I think I'm just worried about the fact that DC have, obviously like I've said before, they've not been very good with their previous movies. I really, really, really have great expectations that this really will be a hit. After everything that's happened with DC, I'm hoping that they're not just going to continue and try and like go against Marvel, because Marvel, I mean, they're a blockbuster franchise. Every single movie has been a hit so far, and at the beginning when DC came along, they were just trying to whack out movies to try and just verse every single movie that Marvel had. So for example, with Civil War, they brought out Batman vs Superman, and then when it came to, what was the movie after that? There was another movie, and then it was Justice League. I can't remember what it was. Was it Thor Ragnarok? I think it was. Yeah, Thor Ragnarok, I'm pretty sure it was that. And obviously Thor Ragnarok like beat everything in the cinema at the time. And I think this was supposed to come out earlier, but luckily it didn't, because Black Panther this year just like walloped everything that was in the cinema early on. So thank God they didn't do that. I'm glad they're doing this in December, because nothing will touch it in December, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. No, there's no big, I don't think there are any big movies coming out in December, so they're good. But I definitely feel like this will definitely be a hit, because it looks a lot better than the other movies that we've seen. It looks like there's more depth to the character, because as I said in my previous video with Aquaman, the first trailer, they did not take time to look at all the individual characters before bringing them together. And to be honest, I didn't read a lot of comics about Aquaman. I read Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, but I never read Aquaman. Like, I saw a bit of him, but I never was like, I'm gonna go read like the whole comic books about him. So that's why when I watched the movie, I was like, I don't know this guy's personality. I don't know what his motives are to be in this group called the Justice League. I don't know anything about the Flash. I don't know anything about his name, Cyborg, I think that's his name. I can't remember. Sorry if I got that wrong. But I didn't know anything about that guy's character either. So I was just like, I only knew Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman. That's all I knew, so that's why I was confused, and I was like, why is this guy here? What's he bringing to the table? And that's why in my last video I compared it to Avengers, where they gave us Thor, Captain America, and Iron Man, and they showed us who these three men are. They brought their characteristics to the table, and then we were able to see how they actually clashed with one another, which was something I loved, because you could see that there was these different characters that had very different personalities with different goals with their superhero strength or whatever, and they clashed, so that was great. And then they overcame that, and then they became a team. But with Justice League, I was just like, oh, this is such a big mess, because to be honest, I feel like they kind of like tried to get a lot of success off of Wonder Woman. I just felt like Ben Affleck wasn't the best Batman. In Batman vs Superman, I was like, okay, this is a very different take on Batman. I could get used to this because it was like the story of like Jason Todd. You could see hints of it, and also the stuff that happened with like Dick Grayson and stuff. You could see that there were little mentions of that in the movie, and I was like, okay, I'm on board. I didn't like Batman vs Superman, but with that I was like, okay, with some of the characters I can get on board if you do their story properly. But yeah, I just really struggled to like Justice League. So, but back to Aquaman, I'm really excited for this. Like I said, this looks like it has a lot more character development, and we can already see that there's like a whole persona to Arthur / Aquaman, and he is a very funny guy. And in the comics, I've read a little bit of the comics, he is hilarious, and I think they failed to try and bring that in Justice League, and that's why a lot of people had a lot to say about it, because Jason Momoa is a great actor, and I knew that he could play the character really well. It's just I think they had really bad writers and stuff, so he couldn't really work off of that, even including with the other people who were working on Justice League and stuff. But I'm very excited for this. Yeah, I can't wait to see what DC do after this. Like, I really think this is going to be a great success. So let's just wish for the best and hope that this movie is going to be really good. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening to my rant. It's just because I talk like this because I really love the DC comics. They actually were the first comics and TV shows and stuff that I fell in love with. I actually didn't like Marvel at the beginning. I didn't like them was because I just never read it, and I didn't know. The only people I knew was like Iron Man, Black Panther, and Captain America. That was it. I didn't know anybody else. But with DC, I read the comics, I watched the TV shows, I read everything to do with like DC, especially with like Batman. So Batman is my favorite universe. That's my favorite. But I'm just really hoping that this is a big success, because I really want to see more from DC. But I just hope they don't do it for the money and just to be a big blockbuster franchise. I want to see a story that's really well told. So yeah, that's why I'm ranting. And I'm ranting again, so I'm going to shush. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please tell me your thoughts about Aquaman and what you think is going to happen to the DC universe, like if it's going to improve or if you think it's just not going to work. Please let me know. I love talking about this. I talk about it on Tumblr. I also want to talk about it with my YouTube community, so please, if you have anything to say, please leave a comment and I will reply. And I love getting involved with talking, so please do. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Crazy